Hello, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So we're gonna give it a couple of seconds, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. I hope that everyone can hear me clearly. The sound in the background is a fan that I have going on, and there has been a lot that has been messages coming, let's say, for the past couple of weeks. And it's more of this, how can I put it into words? When you see yourself, when when you look at who you are as a whole, as a person, what do you what do you see? Do you automatically start to see your flaws, the things that you physically want to change about yourself, or the things that people are telling you to change physically about yourself? Are you seeing, let's say, all the negative things or the things that people have told you or said to you in the past? Or are you seeing yourself? Are you seeing yourself as the wonderful, beautiful soul that you are, the being that you are, what you have to offer the world, what you have to offer all of those around you? Hi, Jocelyn. And that is really where a lot of people are at the moment. Now, when I say that, there are many parts to who we are. There are many things that we do. There are many things that we're engaged with. And the issue is that, and it's not so much of a flaw, I want to say, it's just something that it needs to be learned. It's like you guys have to learn to balance the when it is that you are supposed to pursue something versus when you're not. Now, a lot of people love to have the the spiritual part of their life here and what's going on in the world, their work, their relationships, their friendships, family here, and keeping the two separate. Now, the time for you to continuously separate the two is over. Your spirituality is supposed to be the like the front, no, the up front or the front, whatever, at the front of everything that you do. Let's put it that way. That sounds better. Why? Because when you are allowing your intuition to lead you, there is no separation between your spirituality and life, what you're doing on a daily basis. Your intuition is going to guide you every single day, every single moment, every single decision that you make. So trying to keep your spirituality and what you do on a regular basis separate is not going to work, regardless of whatever field you're in. Now, that does not mean that if you work, let's say, as you're working at Walmart, you're working at a gas station, you're working as a nurse, you're working as a teacher, whatever it is, whatever field you're in, that does not mean that all you do is talk about your spirituality at work. But the way that you will be connecting to people, the way that you're going to be expressing yourself, the way that you're going to be helping, the way that you're going to be able to receive information, when you make your spirituality the main thing in your life, then everything else kind of flows. Then you are the best Walmart worker. You are the best person at the gas station. You are the best teacher you can be. You are the best doctor, the best nurse, etc. Now, yes, because there are so many religions out there, it is hard sometimes for many individuals to go ahead and listen to their intuition, because it's like, whoa, well, what? And again, it's like that, going back into that fear aspect of things, and you have to be able to recognize that. Because the thing is that a lot of the things that are stopping a lot of you from moving forward, from achieving, from manifesting, from living the life that you know that you're destined to live, is because you're still not distinguishing when it comes to emotions, when it comes to when you are speaking to people, what you are allowing yourself to receive, what is theirs versus what is yours. Now, that is, yes, I understand and I realize it. That is not something that comes easy to many. But the thing is, again, if you are making your spirituality, or however you want to call it, if you are in a religion, if you're making your religion, whatever it is, the center of everything that you do, then these things, even if they don't come the same way, is still the same thing. So let's say, for example, I can speak to somebody that is from a Christian background, somebody that is from, let's say, practice Buddhism or whatever it is. And all of us can get to the same conclusion, to the same end game, but we're just doing it through different channels, through different areas. But the thing is that, again, when it comes to spirituality, a lot of people have a lot of things twisted, number one. Number two, some people are afraid to speak up on their spirituality, on what they have experienced and what they've learned, and etc., because of the fear, because it basically always comes back to the fear, because of the fear of what others are going to think. And the thing is, if your life is headed and is going in the direction that you want it to be, then in a sense, not sharing what you know, not sharing what you have experienced, not sharing the knowledge that you have gained. Yes, there is a time and place for everything. But again, you will know by following your intuition when the time is correct. But if we continue to keep the two worlds apart, then balance within yourself is never really going to be accomplished, because it's like when you're out in the world, when you are engaging with your friends, with your family, with your, whoever it is, your coworkers, etc., you're basically, in other words, wearing a face like a fake mask, because you're not being your true self. You're not allowing your own intuition to guide you, versus instead you are allowing there are others' intuition to guide you, to guide your actions. And I know you guys are probably tired by now of me saying it, that you guys all have to really, if you haven't started a spiritual routine, you need to start one. If you are on and off on it, then you need to get on track. And if you are on track, then you have to. It's not a question of you wanting to, or you willing to, or you thinking about it. You have to honor yourself by doing the things that you said you were going to do for you. Because the thing is that, especially when we're in a space of always helping others, and I've said this a lot and I'm saying it again, we tend to push the things that are priority in our own life to give to others. Now, I am all for helping others. I am all for going out there, helping people, etc. But you cannot help anyone if you yourself are not in a place of alignment with yourself, if you yourself are not in alignment with your path, with your spirituality. If you yourself are lacking, how can you give? If somebody comes up to me and asks me for $10 and I don't have $10, where the heck am I going to get the $10 from? I don't have it, so I can't give it. And it's the same thing with everything that we do. So even though your intentions may be coming from a very good place, when it comes to helping others, you need to help yourself. Now, that does not mean that you go into this mentality of me all the time. It does not mean that you do not help. It does not mean that you don't reach out. It is about really listening to your intuition as to when the time is right. Are you, if somebody's coming to you with a certain issue, are you in a place to give advice regarding that? And sometimes, because we want to help, we may not realize that the advice that is coming out of our mouth may not help that individual. First of all, you may not have the entire story. You have one-sided, and there's always three parts to a story: his and hers versus his and hers, and then the truth. Now, unless you were there to witness as a third party from the outside, and you can see every single angle, every single aspect of a problem or challenge, then you're basically going just based on what that individual told you. And whatever they're telling you is their truth, because that's the way that they experienced it. That's the way that they view it, based on what they have experienced in the past, based on the challenges that they have overcome, or the challenges that have overcome them. So when it comes to this, it is about, and the thing is, like, we get into a place, because hi Leo, I've done this many times, where I want to help others so badly, because I don't want anybody stuck where I was stuck. I don't want anybody hurting how I was hurting. I want to help others avoid the pain and the suffering, the challenges that I have faced. But at the end of the day, it is not up to me. It is up to that individual to say, you know what, I've had enough. I am going to go ahead and move forward with my life. And the thing is that with everything, we have people from really different spectrums when it comes to the spirituality. We have people that are mainly just focused on the light. Well, they can be light if there's no darkness. And to kind of shun, or to kind of like dismiss that there is darkness within us, is, to me, in a way, irresponsible as beings, because by nature we have darkness within us, the same way that we have light within us. But we have to be able to find that balance within ourselves, so that when we are trying to help others, or when others come for help to us, then we're not judging based from one spectrum or the other. We can actually, with our own intuition, clearly see where it is if we are supposed to help. So with that being said, it's like, with everything that is going on around the world, everywhere, ask yourself, because there are a lot of, if you go onto social media, guys, I do have social media because I post and things like that. But if you guys are one of those that are constantly reading other people's feeds and things like that, and just kind of do this, just kind of like as a strategy for like one day, just for one day, like write down what you're feeling as you're seeing these quotes. See how your feelings, your emotions are going up and down, up and down, up and down, because you're internalizing things. First of all, you don't know all the facts to what is being posted. Second of all, you don't know if what is being posted is the truth. But these are ways that they're triggering people to keep them stuck in this up and down, up and down, up and down. And yes, it is true. We are not going to be yippity yippity happy all the time. We are not going to be in a place of always being joyful and things like that. But it's about learning that when you're facing a current challenge, that at that moment, that challenge is not bigger than you. That challenge is there for a reason. There is something that you missed. There is something that you're supposed to learn. There is a lesson. And then it allows you to continue on moving forward and not be afraid and keep yourself stuck. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see. There is, and it's showing it to me in many different ways. We're looking at, you can say like a triangle, a pyramid. There's a 3-point to everything. Where is your physical body at the moment? Are you listening to your physical body? What is, if you are experiencing any body aches, any pain, any burning sensation, any itchiness, anything that is disturbing whatever it is that you're doing at the time, whether you're working or you're, trying to read a book, whatever it is. what is it that your body's trying to tell you through those signals, through those things that you are ignoring? Mentally, when we look at our thoughts, where are your thoughts going on a daily basis? Are you still stuck on just, because you see, there is a negativity. There's negativity everywhere. There's always going to be. There's this song that I'm trying to remember. It's a Spanish. It's a salsa. And it was Celia Cruz used to sing it. And she says, everybody in Spanish, she says, everybody's praying for the war to end. The war is never going to end. This is a continuous war. The thing is we have to get to a place where we are helping people realize where they have been stuck. Now, by helping others realize where they've been stuck or that they are stuck within certain cycles is not by us verbally saying it, by us being the example of what it looks like to come out of certain situations, what it looks like to come out of certain cycles. That is a main way that we can help others. So your thoughts, where are your thoughts going on a daily basis? Are you, again, internalizing others' problems, others' feelings, others' emotions? Because yes, everybody can feel certain things out of everyone. Some of us can distinguish really quickly whether they're ours or not. And the thing is that, again, that is going to be your practice with whatever it is that you do spiritually on a daily basis, or whatever you have been led to do on a daily basis. Are you doing that so that if somebody feels a certain way over something that you said or something that you do, you automatically know that if you know that you didn't say it with that intention, it is not up to you to correct their feelings. It is not up to you to correct their emotions. If someone feels a certain type of way over something that you said or something that you did, then they should be guided to get clarity. And if they don't, and they want to go ahead and get into the space of everybody hates me, nobody likes me type of energy, then that is up to them, not up to you. Now, if somebody comes and asks you for clarity, you have a choice whether or not you want to give it to them. And again, how is that going to work? Again, it's going to go based on your intuition. Because the thing is that once you reach a certain point in your life, regardless of how positive you try and stay, regardless of how much you try and continue on moving forward, negativity is always going to be around. It is about learning to live and learning to move forward through everything. Now, how do you know if there's negative energies around you? If whatever, however you want to word it. Very simple. Because you recognize the negative energies within yourself. You recognize that shadow, that dark side within yourself. So because you're not afraid of your own darkness, you're not afraid of your own shadow side, you're not afraid of anyone else's. And it may be something that's completely like out there for some people, but it's the truth. And that is where we are headed, is to realize that this is a war. Basically, when we're talking about spirituality and things like that, that is never going to end. It is about how we can live our life so that it can be an example for others to follow. For others to follow. Because if every time you met a challenge, or you're faced with a challenge, and instead of pushing forward, instead of moving forward, you give up, you surrender. And not surrendering in the way like, I've learned the lesson, let's move forward, let's deal with this pain, let's heal this, and let's move forward. But you're surrendering out of fear. And then it's like you have to restart that cycle all over again. So are you not tired of restarting cycles? Are you not tired of constantly redoing the same thing over and over and over again? Because even if you have a spiritual routine, I don't know about you guys, but it's never the same every single day. Because once you follow your intuition, there are more things for you to learn. There's more out there in this world. And Once you allow your intuition to lead the way, you'll be able to see that, you'll be able to embrace that. And it's like, and and this is going to sound kind of egoistic to some, but it's like there is no stopping you. There is no stopping in the like evolving. There is no stopping you as to what it is that you can achieve. The thing here that has to change for many is the mentality, the thought. What is it that you are thinking? What is it that you are feeding on a daily basis? Alrighty. Oh, sure. We're already at 20 minutes, guys. All right, let's go ahead and see. So many are still so focused on what didn't work in the past. And what didn't work actually worked. And I say it this way: it served its purpose. It taught you the lesson. Now, if you're still in a space of feeling that your past or all your experiences and etc. did not work, is because you have yet to see the lesson that you were supposed to learn during those experiences. Because once you start to recognize that everything that has happened, everything that you have experienced, happened for a reason. A lot of people throw that away, like that word around, like, oh, everything happens for a reason. And then when something bad happens, it's like, why is this happening to me? Didn't you just say everything happens for a reason? So dig in there and see what the reason was for, because eventually it will be, it will be revealed to you. So it's like nothing that has happened is not that it hasn't worked. It didn't fail. You have yet to get your reason. You have yet to realize the lesson that was behind that challenge or that situation, guys. All righty. So that's pretty much what I'm getting collectively. We're going to go ahead and we're going to move forward. I did say that we were going to split this into 3 groups. So we're going to start off with, hold on, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put this candle somewhere that it's not in the middle. We'll let it burn all the way. We're going to start off with group 1. So group 1, we're looking at the ones that are not sure of what to do. That there's something. There's something that you have to do. That there's something that you're being led to, but you're just you kind of feel like you're in the darkness at this moment. Let's put it this way. And what was coming up when I was focusing on each of the energies separately. It was those of you in group 1, and I did not timestamp that. I think it was 21 something. Let's just put it that way, 21 something. Those of you in group 1 are having a very hard time with focusing, concentration. So like the lack of focus. You are still in that space of wanting or waiting someone to complete you. And you don't want to accept the endings that have occurred in the past. Therefore, you guys are definitely have not gotten any type of revelation as to why you went through what you went through. And that clarity has been trying to come through. That clarity has been trying to reveal itself to you guys. But you guys are having a very hard time because of the attachment that you still have to the pain, to the suffering, to the anger, to the regret that you have from situations that ended in the past, whether it was love, whether it was work, whether it was friendship, family, whatever it was. And what you're being asked is to be in love with your future. So every single decision that you make moving forward from today and on is going to is kind of like a roadmap to your future. So it's like you are designing your future. So what is it that you want to see in your future? Do you want to see a repeat of what you are either getting out of or what you just came out of? So I am going to be using the Moonology, the Isis Oracle cards, and then the Mystical Dream Tarot. So for group 1, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose what the moon card is for this full moon for tomorrow. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to clarify a little with the tarot, and we're also going to go ahead and pull an Isis card. The Isis card is more of the energy that is going to help you get through your current challenge. I hope you guys all understood what I was saying. All righty, so let's go ahead and Let's put out one card for group 1, and then we're going to do the same thing with group 2 and 3 as well. So for group 1, I just love when these cards come out like that. So group 1, we have your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So this is your card, group 1. Let's go ahead and see what page that is on. Full moon in Taurus, 70. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Sometimes you need to sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. And sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, and welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps towards your goal. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. So again, that basically summarizes the little notes that I had that I was picking up. It's like you have to get to a place where you are so in love with your future that you are going to not just do the spiritual things that are needed to get you there, but you're also doing the basic things that you need to do on a daily basis. Because if you don't start to do that, then again, you're going to end up a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you're going to be in the same exact place, in the same exact spot, if that makes any sense. Seriously, guys. All right. So let's go ahead and see. So, guys, that I always pull out, like, the challenges are the energies that we really need to let go of. So let's go ahead and see what in the past has stopped you guys from, putting practicality or logical sense into your dreams. It is nice to imagine. It is nice to dream. I dream a lot. You guys know that. It's very nice to wish and all of this stuff, but what are you doing? Are you just laying on a couch? Are you just thinking and planning and planning and planning and planning and not even planning? You're planning of planning. It's like you're planning of making a list. You're planning of doing this. And it's like it's never leaving your mind. You're never really in a space of actually putting pen to paper to at least have an outline of what it is or where it is that you're going. I'm not taking all of those cards. All right. So we have so far the 5 of Wands in the reverse. We have the 2 of Cups in the reverse and the 6 of Wands in the reverse. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the cards, guys. So we have the 5 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and then we have the 6 of Wands. And what I'm picking up from this is there was, and unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because we, at one point or another, we have all been drawn into that, into situations where we define ourselves based on others. We define ourselves either based on a relationship, or we get so tied up with families and friends and stuff like that. And this is unfortunate because it's like it feels that the reason why you haven't taken the steps or the reasons why you haven't really started to make those plans is because when we look at the 5 of Wands in the reverse, there, as you can tell, and if it's upright, we have the boat and we have, they're catching a fish. But in the reverse, it's like you really want someone from your past to support you. You want somebody from your past to be part of what it is that you're creating, to be part of where it is that you're headed. So with this 2 of Cups in the reverse, and then we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse, it's like because this person or these individuals have left your life, group one, you have lost like your motivation. You have lost your connection with yourself. You have lost your dreams. It's like either this person or these individuals didn't believe in what it was that you were trying to accomplish, right? And even though you tried to either prove them wrong, or you tried to show them, or you tried to prove to them what it was that you were trying to communicate, you allow their doubts, their inconsistency within their own emotions to become part of how you identify yourself, to become part of, yeah, how you identify yourself. Because it's like you took all of the negative things that either one individual or many individuals from your past were telling you. Because either whether this was one person or multiple people, this was someone or people that brought you a lot of emotional satisfaction. They kind of, you kind of, you trusted their word. You trusted what they said. You felt that this person was wiser than you in all areas. So if this person ever questioned anything that you came up with or anything that you said, you just automatically believed it without even like, taking that minute to connect with your intuition and be like, wait, that's not true. You know what I mean? So because you allowed, it was kind of like giving away your power, giving away your authority to one person or to a group of individuals. Then when this person was removed, you had some part in removing yourself from this energy. But I do feel that when it comes to like your angels, your guides, your ancestors mainly, they had a lot of part in basically removing this person completely from your life, or these individuals, so that you can get the wake-up call to finally wake up. And some of you are starting to realize that. Some of you are starting to recognize that this individual or those individuals needed to be removed in order to allow you to start planning, at least, because you guys have to get to the point of taking actions, but at least really start to believe in your own dreams again, really start to believe in yourself again. So let's go ahead and see. What do I want to pull? I want to go ahead and I want to clarify this Five of Wands a little bit more. I'm going to clarify all of them a little bit more, actually. I told you guys this is going to be a little longer live than what I normally do. So these are the chakra. I don't know if I have room to put it up there, though. We'll see. The chakra wisdom tarot. See, you're going to end up missing one or the other. Oh, well. They're all up there for you guys now. So let's go ahead, clarify the Five of Wands. Mm-hmm. Two of Cups. And the Six of Wands. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the cards exactly as they're coming out, guys, so don't worry. And one for the Six of Wands. Okay. All right. So for the Five of Wands, we have the Temperance in the reverse. And this, again, is showing to me, that you put your life choices, you put your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, your everything into another person or into a group of other people, allowing them to dictate how it was that your life was going to go, allowing them to dictate what it was that you were going to do. And if you came up with the slightest, sorry guys, I said in a stability book, if you came up with the slightest idea or thought that was in any way contrary to what they had to say, they dismissed it. And not only did they dismiss it, I do feel that they intentionally belittle you or made you feel worthless, or to the point where everything and anything that you said was either stupid or crazy. With the Two of Cups in the reverse, we have death. This is why these individuals are, they have been removed. With the death card there, that is a confirmation. The time for you guys to, and now I'm sweating bullets, right, guys? And I have a fan on. I just don't have it facing us all the way because, the candles. But the time for you to be in a place where you're asking, like literally, this is, and this is probably the extreme of like the situation with a specific individual or with a group of people. But it's like you wouldn't even dress or go out the way that you dress without getting approval from this person or from these people. And it's like that type of cycle that you were stuck in needed to come to an end. It had to be completely finished. And even though I do feel that a lot of you initiated the ending to this, but then were doubting or questioning whether you had made the right choice, again, because this person or these people have a lot of control over your mental status, over your emotions, and they know that. But because of that, a lot of you got into a space where you were kind of questioning if you had made the right choice. So in order to prevent you or to stop you from pursuing this person or these individuals again, is like, yes, your angels and your guides step in, but I feel that your ancestors were the main influencers in really keeping this person or these individuals away from you. And the only thing that I can say to that is that you have to be very grateful and you have to be thankful to them, because if you had pursued this person or you would have continue on allowing them back in, you wouldn't be watching me right now, because honestly, I feel that even what you watch, what you listen to, this person would have been controlling. When we have the Six of Wands in the reverse, we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. And what I like about this Queen of Swords in the reverse is that this is the reason why this death had to happen with this Two of Cups over here, was so that you could stop fighting yourself, because you weren't fighting the correct energies. You weren't fighting the correct battles. You were fighting yourself to keep yourself stuck in situations and in connections that were only meant to be in your life for a very brief moment to teach you a quick lesson. But it's like you guys dragged it out for so long that now it's like you're no longer fighting, or at least this is where you're trying to go, is to no longer fight your own intuition. When it is time to release something, when it is time to release someone, you're supposed to quickly, as if you know that that is what you are being guided. Not what somebody's telling you, but what's coming from in here. When you know, and then there should be no questioning, and you should be led by your faith alone, knowing that your intuition is not going to mislead you. If that makes sense, guys. So let's go ahead, and I want to pull out the Isis card. So this is going to be the main energy that is going to be helping you guys turn your dreams into a practical plan, or into reality, like I like to say, and to really get that final clarity on how it is that you guys need to, what your next step is, basically. Because that's really kind of like what most of you guys need right now, is like that next step. What is it that I am supposed to be doing next? So let's go ahead. One card for group one. No, don't resist it. That's the thing. A lot of us, we get into a tendency of wanting to resist because we don't know exactly what to expect. Getting comfortable in energies or in spaces that hurt you. And because hurt and pain is all that you know, you're afraid of what joy and happiness is going to feel like. Jocelyn is like, I'm assuming that's a me. Oh, Jocelyn, you're so funny. All right, so let's go ahead. All right. Oh, come on, guys. Don't. That's the thing, is like you have to be You have to be open, not just to receive the truth, but then you also have to be open to receive the guidance so that you can turn your dreams into reality. And that's pretty much it, right, guys? All right, so let's go ahead and see. All right. Divine Sun Child. Blessings of the Sun Falcon. That is your card. So this is the energy that is going to be with you guys for, or the energy at least that is trying to come to you guys, because I feel like a lot of you guys are resisting it. Let's go ahead and see what it says. Blessings of the Sun Falcons, the Divine Sun Child, Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, flow to you now, beloved initiate. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, till you let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the Sun Falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. It is your time to burn bright. So it is your time to burn bright. So if you allow this full moon coming up, and again, guys, you guys know that I do not, because I always say, like, I always feel it, experience it. I always get the channeling and everything weeks prior. But again, I'm in that position, or have been put in that position, let's put it this way, so that I can give clarity, or try to give clarity to those that are seeking it, obviously. But it's like, right now is your time to go ahead and stand in your light. Now is the time for you to go ahead and face those challenges, to go ahead and get over that hurdle that has been stopping you guys from really being able to let go of the past once and for all. And if you're willing and if you're willing and choosing and able to, then I feel this full moon energy, a lot of people are into full moon rituals and things like that. But it's like, you guys really, really, really need to go ahead and allow this change, allow this transformation to occur. And trust me, once you get past that scary spot or that scary space, it's like you kind of look back at it and you're like, why did I wait so long? So it's like, remember to be in love with your future during this time. And remember that everything that you're doing, every step that you take, everything moving forward is to help you create or to give birth to that future that you have been planning. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. We're going to move to group 2. So 42, 45 for group 2. So group 2. So you guys are the ones that are stuck between two paths. So what do you choose is the question. The main message that is coming for you guys is to take care of yourself. I feel that because you're torn between two different choices, there's a part of you that you're neglecting, whether it is your physical, your mental, your spirituality. There's something that you're pulling more to one end than the other. And this time for you guys really requires a lot of balancing out everything that you do on a day-to-day basis with the things that you want to do. How can you implement the things that you want to do, regardless of which path you choose to take? There was this funny thing that came up, though, while I was meditating. Is like your inner child, that innocent inner child within yourself, wants to help bring you joy. So what that was bringing in, like the way that I look at it, is like, be careful not to allow the stress of making a choice overtake your day or overtake your life. Regardless of whichever path you choose to take, the where it is that your soul is leading you, where it is that spirit is leading you, where it is that God is taking you, is still going, the end result is going to be the same. Yes, there is going to be one path that is going to be quicker, that is going to get you to that destination faster, but it's like, do not stress so much of, making or choosing the right path, if that makes sense. There is this sense or this energy of not wanting to miss anything. There's nothing that you're going to miss. Everything is in divine timing. Now, when we say everything comes, everything comes at divine timing, is you also have to remember that when those opportunities are presented to you, you have to be able, you have to be in a place where you're able to take them and not regret them later on, like, oh, damn, that was my chance type of thing. So let's go ahead. We're going to pick out one moon card for group 2. Ooh, let's see. Group 2 is excited. They're like, can we just get both? Hey, for some of you, that may just be an option. Maybe you don't have to choose between the two paths. Maybe there is a way, the same way that you can bring your spirituality and your regular day-to-day life together. Maybe you can merge both paths together. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Seriously? That's what we're here for, is to get the clarity. We don't want to meditate anymore, right? All right, so let's go ahead and see what this card says. New moon in Pisces. 64. Okay, 64. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in totality altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before, and that's where you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all of that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card suggests a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. So again, group 2, and to me, it's like, if your choices are between love and your dreams, your career, etc., there is a space here or an energy here of being able to have both. But being able to find that balance between the two, maybe, is what you guys need. So let's go ahead and see what the challenges. And again, we look at the challenges just for the simple fact to see what energies may have been lingering, or what energies need to be released. So we have the Hierophant. Alrighty, let's see. I need 2 more cards for group 2. Matt. I don't even know how you say that. M-A-A-T. Alright, that's in the reverse. And then one more. I'm going to take you, Lord of Cups. So these are the 3 cards that came out for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the first card. With the Hierophant, maybe a lot of you are have been spending a lot of time in wanting. I feel that this is a space where you feel that you can't have both. Like, you can't have your dream and have a person to share it with. Or maybe you feel that there are some things that maybe you can never accomplish. So you're going deep down within yourself, kind of trying to get that clarity, right? But it's like every time you go deep within, at the moment, maybe nothing is coming up. So you keep on trying and trying and trying. And it is because you're either setting the wrong intentions or you're asking the wrong questions when you're going into your meditative state or into that space of contemplating. Because I feel that some of you may still be looking at the lack part of something versus looking at what something could be, how something could be created. So with this is like more of not looking so much of what could go wrong or the things that could go wrong, but it's like, what about if it happens? What about if it goes right? And that is kind of like the back and forth that you guys are probably having mentally at this time. With the mat, it did come out in the reverse. And I feel that this is more of you guys really, when a clarity, when a confirmation is brought to you guys have to accept it, even if it feels like it's impossible for it to happen, even if you think like, oh, that would never happen to me, this and this and that. Because I feel that a lot of you are blocking your own blessings. A lot of you, because again, and it's all here in your thoughts, because you guys allow your thoughts to automatically go to that space, you're blocking a lot of your own blessings that are trying to come in, a lot of the things that you're trying to manifest. With the Lord of Cups, again, it's like, maybe because you had things in the past or, people in the past or whatever, that I feel that this is either somebody that would come in or people that would come in and make promises, or people that you decided to count on, et cetera, et cetera. And at the end of the day, they never, excuse me, they never honor their own word. Let's put it this way. Or maybe you were the type of person that you invested a lot in others. You invested a lot in a lot of things. And because things didn't manifest as quickly as you wanted them to, because you didn't realize that even though you were saying one thing, your mind and your heart was completely somewhere else. So because you didn't have the three connected was the reason why you weren't manifesting. So it's like during this time, that is what you are being revealed. That is what you're being shown. So when you go into this meditated or contemplating state, instead of wanting or being so fixed and mentally on a certain outcome that you want, go into it without any expectations and really allow the actual message to come through. The dogs are probably going to start barking real quick because there's a truck driving towards the backyard. So just a heads up, guys. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull out one card for the Hierophant. Alrighty. One for Matt, okay. And then one for the Lord of Cups. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to look into those. Ooh, we're not taking all of those cards. We will take the one that came out first. Okay. So for the Hierophant, we have, the Queen of Swords made her choice again, her appearance again with us. So with this Queen of Swords, it's like, again, when you are, because, when we're trying to manifest, we have to be as specific as possible, right? But when a message is trying to come in, when guidance is trying to come in from your ancestors, from your angels, from your guides, we have to be open to receive not just the information, but also receive the guidance that is coming through. And I feel that a lot of you are probably still stuck in your own way and not wanting to change when your ancestors, your guides, your angels are trying to show you an easier way of doing something, trying to show you an easier way of accomplishing or getting to that destination. And I keep on saying destination because some of you, I feel that that's what it's like, that even though you're going to a destination, that's not the end of the road, but it's like you want to get there so that you know, or that so that you can get the revelation of what's coming next. So we have the Six of Cups. And with the Six of Cups in the reverse, it's like, there may have been things that have worked in the past, or maybe there were things that really didn't work. And it's easier to change the things that didn't work. It's easier to change the things that either hurt you or that kind of left you empty, correct? But if you're being led to change something that has worked in the past, but at the moment is probably being stagnant, or it probably is not helping you, or etc. It's like it may be a little hard for you to release it. It may be a little hard for you to let go of it. But the thing is like there again, as you evolve, as you continue to grow, things are going to constantly change. Now, yes, there is true that some things always remain the same, but the way maybe that you communicate with others, maybe the way that the type of words that you're using, etc., etc. How we were talking at the beginning when we're doing the collective, that sometimes not internalizing what other people are saying, knowing that if somebody says something, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to offend you. Some people are not even aware of the words that are coming out of their mouth, let alone the intention that they're saying it with. So there's a necessity here to change some type of view or some type of belief system that is currently holding you guys back. So with the Lord of Cups, we have the Sun. So it's like, all right, if you were in situations or you were constantly the one giving, it's like with the sun, we have people that worship the sun, worship the moon, worship different things. I love being in the sun sometimes, depending on how the temperature is outside. But regardless of that, the thing is here, it's like when you allow yourself to be yourself, you are this person or this being that is going to attract all type of people, all types of individuals. And you should not allow those individuals that are not aligned with you or that are trying to come and jeopardize what you're doing to stop you from being yourself, from stopping you from being that light, from stopping you from being that hope, from stopping you from being that example that you yourself know that you're supposed to be. So it is about having that complete emotional balance within yourself, your spirituality, and your thoughts, your physical body, and everything, so that you are able to continuously, even when you are at your worst, you can learn, you can face any challenges, and then in a way, through that example, you are still being able to help others. Hope that makes sense, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out your Isis Oracle card, guys. So group 2. All righty. Only need one card, group 2. Group 2 is like super excited. So this is the energy that is either with you guys now or that is trying to come in for you guys. So Queen of Heaven. Blessings from the Divine Empress of the Skies. Ooh, I just love that picture. Look at her. It's an amazing picture, isn't it, guys? Queen of Heavens. Heaven. Let's say Heavens is heaven. Queen of Heaven. And again, it's like, Queen of Heaven. Like, who the heck is the Queen of Heaven? Sometimes when we pray, when we meditate, when we do yoga and stuff like that, we're looking up to the sky, right? We're looking for that inspiration. We're looking for that guidance. Then maybe you are in a position where you're supposed to be that guidance, where you're supposed to be the light, where you're supposed to be setting the example. So it's like if you're not doing so, you're not honoring yourself, you're not honoring your ancestors, you're not honoring your guides and your angels. Hold on, guys. All right here. Almost past it. All right. The Queen of Heaven, the Divine Empress of the Skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now. As a man or a woman, you have a life path of spiritual leadership. What did I just say that? I said that in different words. You see, life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. So if this is what you know that you're supposed to be doing, or if this is one of the paths that you're supposed to be choosing, maybe this is a confirmation to you. I hope and I pray that this brings confirmation as to which path you're supposed to be taking, or if there is a way to have both paths merge together as you merge your spirituality with your day-to-day life. Alrighty, guys. So let's go to group 3. Do you think I still have energy in me for this? All right. So group 3, we have complete release of the past has been accomplished. Anticipation of what is coming next. Stepping out of your comfort zone. You guys have been through it all, in whatever area it is that you are currently in. And it is time for manifestations. It's like manifestation time is here for you guys, and reaping those rewards of those seeds planted so long ago, reaping the rewards of those things that you thought you were never going to see. And you guys are the ones that action is required. Now, when we talk about the action and what it is, the action, some of you is just as simple as speaking it out. Some of you are not aware of how powerful or how connected you actually are, that just by speaking something out, you turn it into reality. Either because you just haven't realized it, or maybe that is something that scares you of yourself that you need to overcome, that you have to let go of. So let's go ahead and see what your card is. Okay, so group 3. Group 3. And if anybody knows when I exactly started group 1, please let me know. I put it 21 minutes, but I think it was a little bit after. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So this is your card. Group 3. Third quarter. Where are you? The sky is getting so gray, and I'm just waiting for the rain to start pouring. And I'm like looking at the clock, like it's almost here. It's almost here. Page 36. Okay. Think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there is also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved, which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with the promise that all is not lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you would get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you what you want, and what it is time to let go of. So pay attention. So again, I feel that for a lot of you in group 3, you're either coming out of really releasing the past, whether it is being reminded of something that was keeping you stuck. And some of you, there is action that is required. So I feel that the action in itself is the adjustments that a lot of you need to go ahead and take, because you guys probably were in a space of either continuously waiting and not taking any actual actions. So let's go ahead and see what the challenging energies are from the past. They all came out in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Lady of Cups in the reverse, and Judgment in the reverse. So with this Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel that you guys, either you guys or again, your ancestors, your angels, decided to put an end to something, decided to put an end to either a thought pattern, to a connection, to a relationship, to a job, etc., whatever it was. It may have this was something that emotionally brought you a lot of satisfaction with this lady, Lady of Cups in the reverse, and then this Judgment in the reverse. I feel that this was something that you probably felt for a very long time that it was unfair. But the thing is that this sword, it wasn't, I don't feel that it was so much you that drew it. It's like, even if you took actions towards it, it was something that you really fought against, that you didn't want to do. But it was something that was needed and it was necessary, because you lost yourself in whatever this was, whether you lost yourself in your job, whether you lost yourself in a relationship, in a connection, etc., etc. So whatever it was that you were trying to manifest, whatever it was that you were trying to grow, was never going to come to fruition, because the Judgment card is in the reverse. So this was something that was definitely it was something that was taking more than what it was than what it was giving. Whether if it was a job, it was like you were investing a lot of hours, you were investing a lot of time, but you weren't progressing within that job. If it was a connection, a love connection, whether if it was friendship, family, or whatever, there was something that you were really, 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 really giving to a lot. And it's like, the way that this situation or this connection was taken away, because that's how it feels, like it was taken away, kind of left some of you guys in a space of like not wanting to ever emotionally connect to anyone or anything. But the thing is that either you're realizing, or you're going to come to realize, that while you stayed in that space or in that cycle, Judgment was never going to come. Meaning, every seed that you planted was never going to, you were never going to reap those rewards. You were never going to be able to stand as you truly are if you had stayed in that past cycle. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Swords. And then I need one for the Judgment. Where are you? So for the Ace of Swords, we have the Five of Coins in the upright. And to me, this is more of showing that regardless of how much a person or a situation made you, it's like, if this was a person or a group of people, or if this was a job or whatever, it's like how they view your worth, how they view you, was shown to you, was revealed to you over and over and over and over again, but you failed to accept it. So it's like there had to be some divine intervention to allow you to see your worth, to allow you to recognize your worth. With the Lady of Cups in the reverse, we have the Ace of Cups. It's like you kind of became guarded within your heart, not wanting to give love, not wanting to express love, not wanting to express emotions, etc., etc. But the thing is that regardless of whether other people are expressing love or giving love, etc., etc., when it comes to that love that you give yourself, when it comes to that love that shows above all, that essence, that life that is within you, that is something that should never be hidden. That is something that should never been, that you should have never withdrawn from the world, if that makes sense. Because I feel that some of you went into a secluded space or area where you kind of retrieved yourself completely from the world, because you didn't want to continue on allowing people. It's like, if you were kind of stuck in that mentality, like, if people see how happy I am, they're just going to come after me. And it's like, if you're truly happy and you're truly aligned within yourself, nobody can come in and take your happiness away unless you give it to them. With the Judgment card, in the reverse, we have the Five of Wands. And as you can see, we have 5 females and they're all looking at one. Everybody's holding a wand, but it's like 3 of them are kind of like almost handing her wand to her. And then we have one that's kind of like looking at her, but she's like still hesitant as if she's going to give her the wand or not. But to me, it's like in the past, maybe all the energies and everything that was around you was like this, kind of like watching and not wanting to give. And now, because you have been able to overcome this Lady of Cups in the reverse, and you're giving yourself that love, it's like the universe, God is rewarding you. And all of these gifts and all of these things that you have been working for, all of these seeds that you have planted are finally coming to fruition, guys. Yeah, and some of you are going to be kind of like, what? This is really happening type of thing. And it's like, do not get into a space of really questioning, or do not get into a space of really wondering if you deserve it, because I feel that even if for like the slightest amount of like second you question if you deserve this or not, you're kind of robbing yourself or blocking it from coming in. So let's go ahead and see what the Isis card is during this full moon. Alrighty, guys, let's see. Ooh, card fell out already. Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. So that's going to be over here. What fell? Hold on, guys. It fell. Not the one that I need, though. Just one before it. Okay. So we have Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healing. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may have seemed to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. So again, it's like during this full moon, it's like you guys really have to get into a place or space where you're allowing all these miracles to come in, where you're allowing all these blessings to come in, and do not get stuck in those past energies. Do not get stuck in those past addictions or anything like that were holding you back. It's like, yes, a situation may have seemed unfair to you. It may have felt like, judgment wasn't passed, etc., etc. But it happened that way to get you to the place where you are now in a space, in an area where you're able to receive everything that is coming in for you. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you for today. As always, thank you for the love and support, and I'll see you guys back. Actually, tomorrow morning I'll be posting, well, tonight at midnight. Yeah, tonight at midnight I'll be posting the weeklies, element readings. So you guys will be able to see those later. And that's pretty much it. I hope that these messages brought you guys clarity, and I want to go ahead and thank every single one of you for spending this time with me. I know that we went over a little an hour, but again, I felt it was something that needed to come out, something that needed to be said, and I'm sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye. And how do we end this now, right? Alrighty. Okay.